Hi, today I'm going to talk about this problem under these under these operations A, B, C. So in order to do this following, I need to use the first derivatives. So let me use this one as green. And I have to keep these things into this interval. So once I made, I have to leave this -3, but only not 3 is equal to 0. It's not equal to 0. I meant. You have to leave these things to 0 right there. This will give it these 0 right there. So I'm leaving negative, so it will about to reflect on x-axis. So it'll change the sign. So I'm making the sign chart. -13, 11, -5, and 8. This will result these two can changes into negative, positive, negative here. This is why it's created. From negative, it would be plus minus, minus minus plus, and there's negative. It will create into minus. This here it will be plus minus minus. There's negative. It will be plus, and this thing same thing minus minus plus plus plus, and this sign it will create a minus. So it did look like this. For part A and part B, I'm going to start with part A and part B to write this justification down. Part A shows this is increasing from -5 and 8, and this thing is decreasing. So here's where I can write the justification down. Y increases on -5a because y prime on is greater than 0 on 5 8. So y decrease on because y prime is less than 0 on there we go. Talk about that in part C. Here's what I wrote this. For x, y, I have filled these tables below with only the function but not the first derivatives. So here there's a large value there and there's a least value which is known as absolutes there, and these two are relatives. So I'm going to make sure how do I need to define there is mins and max. So I can only see there's a max right there and there's a max right here. So both of them are the max right values because it's less than 0. So here this is mins and mins. They are greater than 0. Not for original function, but only the first derivatives. That's why I wrote show this work for first derivatives. So we can conclude this that this is absolute max, absolute mins, relative max, and relative mins. I'll write the following things for justification down in a moment. Okay, so here's why I wrote these justification things down. As accordingly, I'm going to explain each of the following. So for absolute max, I put this first following right there, this coordinate because this is the left endpoint. that is very much less than 0. As you can consider that it's like a higher point at between these intervals. So for the next one, there is absolute mins. Like there's very little bit, very much, very high mins because it changes from negative to positive at y prime is greater than 0. So next, further y has a relative max because in between there's two values. Maximum changes from positive to negative, which means it is because it changes from it will be as y prime is less than 0. And finally, y has relative means at the last coordinates 11, 5, 4, 6 because this is the right end point with y prime is greater than 0 on this interval 8 and 11. Thanks for watching, and I hope this might really help. Sorry for skipping for this little bit the issues because of time running out. Thanks.